Maybe let's get up to your pants. Yeah, that is quite a height difference.
I told him, just take the sandals off.
Go barefoot.
The state put that road closed sign last Tuesday afternoon at 4 o'clock.
Did they? Wow.
I got a phone call from two of the
Wow.
people that were here, so
Yeah.
they were really happy on that part.
Mhm. Yeah. I go through that construction all the time over there. It's not quite as, I mean, it's not the end of the world, you just go up to the next exit. I have to in order to get to our property on the other side, so.
I went the wrong way, like to Brandon to get on 150.
Yeah.
Last Tuesday when I left. Sure enough, you had to wait 20 minutes one way for a pilot car on 150. Then you get on 4-lane, and I bet it was probably Farley area. You had one lane for quite a few miles at 55. So
Sure.
it felt like it took me forever to get there.
We close enough?
Yep.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You guys have a chance to look at the minutes?
So moved. Both sets?
Yep.
Yeah, and second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I had to resend the 14th. Gina, I forgot we didn't have the canvas in there. You guys approved them. She had it in another document. So if you see those in the paper twice.
Okay. We might as well jump to the big one, adopt resolutions for the departments.
And Rick caught a error, so you don't have to sign that one yet.
Yep,
But yeah, if you do them as a separate motion, like.
yep. We might as well start at the beginning.
You're gonna do the 2252.
Yes, sir.
It's just kind of a customary thing we do every year, annual.
Yep.
So I'll make a motion that we adopt the resolution 2252.
Okay. Second. All by resolution.
Primer, aye.
Pearson, aye. Seaman, aye.
Which way you want to start the signatures? Okay.
Yeah, just one is good.
How many copies do you need?
Just one.
Now we'll jump to resolution 2253, depository in the banks.
And make a motion to pass that as well.
Second. By resolution.
Primer, aye.
Pearson, aye. Seaman, aye.
And this one, I'm changing Dana's name to,
Yeah, sure. This one we won't sign.
right, but you can approve it all three.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Resolution 2254, county official bank
depository limit.
Make a motion that be passed.
Second.
By resolution,
Primer, aye.
Pearson, aye.
Seaman, aye.
We'll sign that at a later date.
Yep, I got to staff.
How about we do the liquor license? Don't know nothing about it.
So that's another one of those traveling ones to go to casinos, it looks like.
Okay,
The Tipsy Travelers LLC.
Well, where are they out of?
I didn't look at it.
Kyoto.
And where are they asking for?
They're gonna work the wedding at Casino's Barn, because
Oh,
if you don't have a liquor license, you have to have something like that. And most people don't wanna pay the liquor license fee for a one time.
yeah.
really, I guess the sheriff's gonna do a background check on everybody. That's good. Good way to handle it.
So is there a fee for this that they pay?
They go to the state online.
Okay. Must be quite a bit less than a regular liquor license.
Well, the people probably currently already hold one, and then they have to get those temporary weekend new ones for,
Sure.
isn't it like a 3-day
4-day.
or something?
So it actually says 5,
Mhm.
so, yeah. That'll be good. Okay. Yeah.
Move to approve.
And I will second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Where is 61st Street Lane at?
County Road, isn't it?
I think that's pretty close, yeah.
I believe that's where it's at. But yeah, I don't know if he called, talked to one of the girls, but
I believe it's currently at 55.
What's he want it lowered to?
I've no clue. Yeah, no idea. You get your flat book, you can make sure that that's what that is. We're not there yet.
Yeah, but let's approve the handwrites.
Yep. These are the ones that we looked at. Or
So,
these for the parking lot.
yeah, the parking lot from Citywide, you good with those two amounts?
Yeah, Gary hasn't seen them yet. Seen the parking lot on the west side?
No.
Are they letting them drive on it yet?
Yeah.
Cause I saw something about the food pantry to use this center.
Okay. No, I got them. They're supposed to be going on the west side, but they use the north driveway.
I looked at it. So what are they gonna do about that south door for the food pantry?
We're gonna use the ramp here.
Okay.
They got that all cemented between the two sidewalks and everything?
You need to look at it. Yeah. Okay, so let's do the handwrite, or should we throw them together?
No, just separate.
Separate, okay.
Okay.
about the citywide construction to finish up their,
The payments for the,
Yeah.
for the parking lot.
yep, what we agreed, like I said, they held true to their bid, so,
Yeah.
And that comes out of our capital project.
yep.
So I have spending in
Make a motion that we approve the handwritten claim.
there. You have said the amount too.
Okay, we got one for $957.50. $24,023.12.
That's basically for the west side,
Yes,
for the most part.
yes.
Yes, I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And so the other one is gonna be for the mental health fund balance. So I've been doing some reports, but I won't really know until after we close payroll Thursday, which I have a good amount. And then I gotta look through all the claims we sent out last week to see if there's any outstandings and come up with a pretty good idea. But yet we have to leave a little cushion for outstanding stuff in that fund. And then I'll cut a check on Thursday. It's Friday the 1st.
Should stay.
Yep, so it has to go through. Which some of the counties have been getting like a quarterly payment from the regions to start them out so they're not in the negative.
Yep.
And then work off of that starting going forward, so I don't have a habit of
So can we pass that with the
I
amount?
think you could, with the amount to
be
be
determined by
determined,
yourself?
yeah. And I'll verify that with Mona, but I just needed you guys' approval to get that cut.
Well, that is money.
Because it might be 300,000, yeah, I'm not sure how much is ever left.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I was thinking it was gonna be spent down more, but still, I mean, we did better than some counties, right? Did you go to the regional meeting last week?
Might as well do your report on it, hadn't you?
What's that?
Might as well give us your report on it.
We're gonna have a board retreat down in Benton next week. I don't know what's gonna be talked about down there, but at least we go.
Get fed well through Manas.
Yeah. It's gonna be at that barn on the north side of Big Drag. That's, I don't know what's all there.
I guess you'll tell us when you get done.
I guess, not a big deal. We have not done a lot with children's mental health yet. I assume we're gonna talk about that. It was just, brought under our control here since the first of the year. So we're in the process. And this is kind of a side note, but these kids that are taken from their parents and put under the state's control, there's a real problem there. I mean, it's bad. They can take a good kid and just turn him into a really bad kid in short order.
Sure that. Teach them the tricks.
It's bad. And then after they've been to 4 or 5 houses, some of the parents are abusive, you know. By the time they get back, frustrated, yeah, it's a bad deal. And then they're young, and they're looking for help, and they're not finding any.
challenge, I'm sure.
There isn't anything you can really do about it. That's, you know, you can't take all those kids. Because they should not.
Find it, Tracy.
Yeah, I found it. It's where, Andy Jones was up here, the banker from Atkins here, about how the road's slipping away. That's that road there.
Okay.
So
So it's kind of a Lewis bomb.
Yeah,
it's east of the county home.
well, yeah. Oak Grove Church.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go straight east of there.
Yep.
And,
I was trying to figure out where this guy lives.
it gets confusing.
That's past the Oak Church trying to go down a gravel.
One they're at Blacktop. We'd have to cement the ditches. So they don't slough it off.
My daughter moved over to the side of the road yesterday in the county where let's equipment go by. The ditch sucked her right in.
Yeah.
She got too close.
Oh, she went down in
Yeah, she did. No, she did not.
it. So scary, probably. Well, one of the Johnson County auditors this car got hit down at the Butte, total in the park
Parking
while he
lot?
was there.
How fast was this guy going parking his car?
Just the way he bumped it, I guess, just did enough damage. I think he had a seizure, the guy died. You never know.
Got stories with truck drivers.
Other things you see people driving doing, right?
No, I actually
Distracted
did.
driving.
I had one driver get lost and he decided to turn around in a small parking lot. And he ran right over a car. It was parked. It was a lot. You know, people were at work. Oh my God. How did you? Yeah, well. You can't fix stupid. I don't care who it is. Obviously, he was no longer employed.
He lost his job over there.
Huh.
Imagine that.
Any reports? You gonna give one? That was it?
Yep. Hey,
Not I. Report on a wedding, I suppose.
Well,
Wow, that's kind of unusual.
mm-hmm.
Oh, you updated us on the parking lot, done. What about the Addison people?
They're moving in the 15th. There's supposed to be guys today in there putting their desks together. So I promised them I would get all the tables and excess chairs out of there after our meeting today.
Is Rick coming back from this?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, he was here earlier this morning.
Yeah, I talked to him a lot.
Yeah, okay, we got the one. So, I mean, other than those solicited ones that were,
Yeah.
I think, that they wanted to be the contractors type thing.
Yep. They wanted to know about blueprints.
Yeah, no, we don't have any of that.
when you gonna get started down Hammond Way?
Started. Far from there, but
I know.
gotta set it up for bids. So,
You got blueprints?
yeah,
You got a projected start date?
no,
They did oil the Hand Lake Road.
mhm.
I don't know if they got the thistle sprayed or not.
Now we got, blueprints pretty well done. They were supposed to get a estimated cost just for materials. How much the building's gonna be, I don't know, I haven't heard. They haven't sent me nothing yet. Ed works with the conservation. I kinda let him run with a lot of this. But anyway, he was supposed to be working on the electrical and the plumbing. And then when we get that all compiled and the concrete, then we can let it all out to bids. All the way across the project.
Atkins down here, blueprints.
They're pretty good.
Yep. Yep, so we'll have to see, like I said, that. Then they're also, at the same time, they wanna do that shower house up there at the Wildcat.
They got, all the water is already there.
Same way there, you gotta do electrical, you gotta do the plumbing, you gotta septic tank.
Not quite as simple as just put up
Right,
a building.
right.
Is, well, how much do you think the septic tank's gonna be used? That part of it. Can you, what I'm asking is, can you put in a holding tank and then pump it?
No. See, it's gonna be a shower house. There is nothing there. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
All they got is them pit toilets that they pump. I don't know how often they pump it, a couple times a year.
Yeah, a shower, that makes it.
So that there again, you know, Mark Greenley wanted to know, how many gallons how do you know? How many people's gonna be there, you know,
Let alone if it
Yeah.
gets left on.
Well, they should have some sort of guesstimate on how many people use that park, don't they?
Well, they do have an estimate how many people use it, but then again, if you got the bigger campers there, they got their own showers.
Sure.
To me,
Facilities, yes.
yeah, to me, them people that are there, they're gonna go up and use the shower house. A, because it's brand new, and B, because they won't be using their equipment, they gotta worry about dumping their water after they use it.
Right. All depends on how clean it's kept.
Yes. Yes. With that Hagen gal up there, she does a tremendous job. I'm impressed with her.
Good.
I think she'll really, it'll be nice.
Good.
What about the, I don't know what you call it, cabin up north, needed the roof,
That's done.
that's all done.
Yep.
Wasn't that done last year?
Yes, sir.
Good.
They took it off. They
Yeah.
put that steel on the way I said to do it. Doesn't make a drop. And it's rented. It's rented.
Pretty regular.
Yep. I would like to see, there again, I don't wanna volunteer too much. But where they had the yurts out there, at Smith and all that, there would be a perfect place for a cabin like down at Hand Lake. You know what I mean? Where they could keep that
Why'd they take them yurts out?
mice. They loved them. They loved them. They couldn't keep them out, no matter what you, mice traps, poison, whatever. They just flocked to that.
You get a nice warm place, eh?
Well, they just couldn't keep them out.
You know, whenever you think about it a little bit, you could have almost seen them going in. I mean, they're,
Yeah, but that's at night, and then once they're in there, like you said, you got bed, you got couch, you got stove. I think that was the last straw is when they turned the burners on and
mice come running out.
Ugh. Oh, thinking about it.
Just a mouse.
I'm like a snake, I see it first.
Get your spatula before you. Turn it on high right away so that you ain't get done with one pass.
Throw a couple of cats in there.
You know, places like that that are being used and then not being used, or just,
Oh, yeah.
We can have an official release for that with that.
that's the other thing, for contracting me, yes. I want the county attorney to draw one up. I wanna see him.
Cause like this year, the audit was, they're asking us for different things, like with DHS, with the bell plane, with Garland, all that stuff we have to have updated.
Okay. Okay, yeah, she asked me that yesterday, and I said, well, I'll have the county attorney draw one up and kind of a plain Jane deal. Just says the money,
Cause the city of Ranch one, we just keep amending
yeah,
because of the dates, so that one's something we need to probably think about too.
cause he made one, didn't he, if I remember right, for the,
The old school, yeah.
yeah,
We didn't have them last year.
yeah. Yeah, that was the other thing that they were after me to get done, and I said, well, a lot of this I was dragging my feet until I actually seen you in there.
You guys didn't get your mileage turned in either for the year, did you?
you want that? I was
It's
gonna
too
ask.
late for this fiscal year now.
Oh, it is?
Thanks, Gary. Thank you, Tracy. I don't turn any in. I never have. Only once. One trip to Des Moines.
You didn't remind me.
I saw that Alicia just sent us the new mileage rate for effective July 1st,
You went up, right?
from 58.5 to 62.5.
Mm-hmm, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Jesus, I saved the county a lot of money then, didn't
I mean, you could still turn one in, it's just gonna have to be approved out of the next week.
I? Oh, I still can turn it in?
We'll just have to approve it. Because
That
it
would
was,
write it off on your taxes. Instead of claiming as income.
you guys, did you get the email for voting on your legislative priorities? You don't get those ISAC emails? None of you?
I'll see you.
Just got it this morning. Comes from the ISAC Government Relations team. I'll forward it to you all.
No, you don't.
That's like running, that's what we did last week, we voted on our legislative stuff. Things you want addressed and changed, you gotta fight for it. Whether they listen or not.
just got an email with the regional governing board work session. The agenda.
Well, it's 9:30.
Well, this is the only one that I physically have. I'm open that one up.
Well, we got one bid.
We had a few solicitations, but they weren't from around here. They basically wanted to do the contract with.
Yeah, they wanted us to have all the specs and then they would bid it out specs. They're from out of state companies, which that's common. And I had called 3 companies, two came up and looked at it and
Yeah,
one
so
did it.
I think you guys should all get those.
I did too. Sorry.
You're fine.
This is the one that turned into quote, I think, a few weeks ago.
The company, yeah. They're the only one.
What are we gonna do? Second? Rebid it?
No, it wasn't.
I can't even come look at it.
Yeah.
Problem. Evidently, money must not be tight for these big companies right now.
Submit by July 29th. You felt comfortable with these guys, right?
Yeah, they seem pretty good. And like I said, Ron has seen this as one of the guys working for it. He put in quite a bit of time coming up to look with the boss and that.
That's who he works for now.
Yeah. They came up 3-4 times to look this over. Becky came up once and then never came back.
They never gave us official.
Nope.
Where are these guys out of?
Cedar Rapids. Right to the top. I'll make a motion that we accept the one and only bid.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm gonna name on your motion, is that okay?
Yep.
All
That's
time
fine.
consideration.
So I need to sign it.
Who contact them?
You will.
Okay.
This is your project.
No, that's fine.
You'll be in charge of it.
And do you wanna change that motion? Are you gonna move forward with it? So that you can use
Yes.
ARPA funds as well?
Yes.
That was your motion, right?
I think so, yeah, if I remember right.
Start the move, get it going then.
I'll have it all done before we need it. How long will it take? Think.
It's hard to say. I suppose it depends how quick everything shows up for them, putting it back together. The worst part is getting the old one out.
There's no money in the worth in the old one, is there, for any parts? I
No.
think so, but
How old is the old one?
They say 60s, or that might just be the motor on it. I don't know how old the actual boiler part is itself. It's gotta be 50s, 60s, somewhere in there. A hard life. was two, misfires that blew the front off it twice for hard on.
Well, the new one should be a lot smaller anyway.
It'll be smaller, yes.
This is an oil fire.
Oh,
Natural
yes.
gas.
Honestly, if we were big enough and got a rig with a Alliant where they go with the dual fuel, where they have a cutoff come high demand, you'd put oil on it, but Alliant doesn't give us a break like that. Up at the Braille School, I used to do that, but that was a pain when you switched to oil. I don't have to use oil, I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I got a house that we're putting a new furnace in, and it's oil, it's the old furnace, it's oil. You can't even get it bid.
It's hard to find anybody that works on oil anymore. It's just, that's a dying thing around here. I didn't like oil because they're more temperamental.
We haven't had any trouble.
Just your gaps, your spark gap and air's set right, you're all right. A lot of these guys don't understand that anymore.
Just think, maybe in a few years it'll all be converted to solar. Electric, right?
Yeah,
You want the phone number? She'll wanna keep the paperwork for a little bit.
I'll call Ron and sell.
Okay.
He'll get it. We'll get in touch with everybody.
Yep, get going on her.
Okay,
Thank you, Rick.
all right, thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much. You wanna take a recess and go down and look at the concrete?
Yeah,
Okay.
take a recess, so,
Yep, that's a motion to take a recess.
yeah.
It's gonna be just a little bit short.
You know.
I'm surprised they're getting the use out of it. The worst part of it is, we're gonna have to probably put a new outlet out there.
And you're gonna have to go into a box or something, pull it out right. You can't go to that outlet.
I doubt it's ground fault.
It ain't, no,
It didn't look like it.
no, it ain't.
Now, it could have been that it was on another circuit, and that very first outlet that's still in the building was ground fault. You know, give them the benefit of the doubt, that first one might be
Or
ground
could
fault.
have an actual breaker that is, ground fault.
Isn't that the new code, that the breakers have to be ground fault now, not the outlets?
Yeah.
Yeah, those breakers are expensive.
Yes, they are.
You know,
Got it for the hot tub. Yes, they are.
on the farm, it's
Yeah.
got,
There, you want it there anyway, so.
on our farm, we've got, it's old wire, single wires in the buildings.
Tube tight?
Knob and tube?
Oh, my God.
You'll see that in some of the houses once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that the ones that look like the old snake skins?
yep.
Yeah.
Ours was that way when we moved
Then they
in.
got the insulators out on the outside of the wall, and then you drive in the nail and it clamps the wire. We just sold a house with that in it.
And the bank, okay, the loan?
It had a good box with the right breakers in it, and nobody said anything about that, so whatever.
I bet your insurance kicks on it, or, the insurance company would kick on it.
Never did.
But you know, in today's day and age, people, they don't come out and look. It's all virtual, they bring it up on Google Earth, and they look at your building, and they look at your square footage, and
Get your inspectors, they come out,
yeah, like my insurance guy's never been to my house, never.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
Shit, mine's been there every 6 months.
I get them too.
We got them come reassess after we put the new shed up after the first windstorm. You never have enough on it when something like that happens.
We never had them out.
Really?
You know, when we went up to ours after the Duray show, we just did a Google Earth and they looked and
Oh,
they had the square footage and all that all figured out already from looking there and at the assessment website. She looked and she goes, "Oh, you cemented the inside of the building." Yeah, because they could look down and they'd see the overhead door with the cement
Sure.
sticking out.
Brian, he wanted a different box in the house, and the box was just fine. We put a new box in, so now everything's where it's supposed to be.
You probably had fuses before though, right?
They work just fine.
Especially when you put a quarter behind them, right?
No quarters, never did that. We haven't set up,
This will fit better.
nope.
And sometimes it's easier to just go to the pole and put the breaker on the pole and then go into the house. We did that on my mom's up in Clayton County. Because then we didn't have to go in and redo the breaker in the house, and every wire's going to be short, so you got to put an extra foot on every wire.
Well, our breaker box was down from the ceiling a ways, so, well, it wasn't breaker box, fuse box. And then I had some, like for the air conditioner and stuff, I cashed in, put in another breaker box. So he just moved the box up, whatever. Actually, years ago, they didn't, back in the 40s, they didn't have much. And then, probably 70, in the 70s, they were using more juice in the house than what they are today. So,
Well, that's true, because your incandescent light bulbs, for example.
yeah,
And your LEDs and everything's kind of energy rated anymore.
yeah. And then,
So we're gonna go back to that one too, right?
probably not.
Well, 9:02. Do we need a motion to go back
Yeah, I suppose.
into session?
I got the camera back on.
Okay,
Okay,
make that motion to go back into session.
all in favor?
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Just waiting for the clock to tick. Sorry.
I don't know how any of this works.
Yeah, the girls didn't know how long a good session would work, sometimes it takes longer. Get in that, so.
I don't, you haven't fixed it.
Nope, that's why I chose not to go look at the parking lot with
Is
you.
there?
So when you walk right out of your shoes, that's
Our
no
auditor
lie.
Cinderella here, who broke her slipper.
Turn into a pumpkin.
That happens at work once in a while.
Yeah,
Is that a work expense?
yeah. Who would have thought it fell? It just caught me off guard.
Steel-toed toenails?
Nope. And I can't blame my puppy for these either.
All right, we're close enough to 10 o'clock anyway.
I do believe.
You must be Kevin.
Yes. Yep. Yep. I wanted to ask, I live off Oak Grove, out there, Conicom Road, very end, that gravel road. The one I got widened, it was a busy road before we widened it, we doubled the traffic. I don't know if you guys are aware, Lynn County closed 33rd Avenue Drive at Seal Code east of Shelburne. It takes the back way into Halo. They closed that, so since then, the traffic on our gravel road is more than doubled. It's astronomical. Before the dust control went down, you didn't dare step out there without, to go to the mailbox, you had to have a vehicle there. There's so much traffic. I know there's nothing we can do about traffic flow, so it is. We would like that speed limit reduced. I've talked to all my neighbors. We go down to, we were thinking 35. In the first, from the stop sign to the top of the hill is 0.3 of a mile. There's 8 driveways. when the cars, Jim Tumblety would be the first driveway after the hill. His house number is 27, Anderson's is 30. When those cars stop that hill at 70 mile an hour, even if Jim Tumblety stops, looks, pulls out on the road, he can't get up to speed, so those cars are coming up behind him so fast they're about ready to rear end him. So, I mean, I know a speed limit does not make the people go slower, but it makes them think about it at least. I know all the neighbors who tried to mow our road ditch make it look good, because when we graded it, when the secondary road's graded, it's mowable ditches. So we try to mow them, keep it looking good. You get out alongside that road because people wanted to go around my MC70. They're running the edge of the road and just about clipping us on those mowers. And they won't slow down. I have a little row of lilacs there, and I planted another row, so I'm out watering them. The other day, somebody was so close to the edge of the road, I'm 15 foot off. I got hit by rocks coming off the road because they're just, you get that one person, you know. But it's just, the traffic is just, it's getting so fast. And then they fly up to the stop sign, hammer their brakes, washboard it all the way to the intersection. So that's, we were looking at it from a safety aspect, we would like to have it lowered. I know I talked to Meyer and he said, come talk to you guys. I know the design of the road, I think, I'd have to remember from when I talked to Ben Burling, when we did this, I think it was only 45 mile an hour road anyway. But we were just hoping to get at least the top of the hill reduced in speed.
You're just gonna reduce it by,
From the stop sign to the top of the hill to 3230, which would be Steve Anderson's, or Paul Anderson, might be under Jake now. Be just the top of the hill there.
and then down the hill then, back to the curve or where the bridge is. Leave that alone.
Whatever you guys would decide. I'll be honest, when it comes to the point that we seal coat that or whatever is in the plan, I think you're probably gonna have to reduce the whole road, because I think it was only set for 45. But, you know, that's for down the road. I know that bridge is coming out in 2 months, but
Yeah.
we were looking if we could just get the top of the hill where the majority of the people live. You know, I don't know.
So where's the traffic gonna go when that bridge comes out? It's gonna go, they won't be able to cross it. They'll have to go back up to the county home road and then back down some other way.
Well, one way you can go when the road closes is you follow that seal coat around. And rather than following all the way around the Lynn County, you shoot up over this hill and then you go up towards Palo Lake and you have to go jog to the left and jog to the right. My guess is the people are just gonna run the pavement, because with Urbana being out, we noticed the traffic flow change. But yeah, basically if Urbana's not done, they're gonna have to go down the pavement all the way to Palo once that bridge is, unless Lynn County's done. But I guess you can go down Lynn Benton Road. We'll take you back down to the Palo pavement
Mm-hmm.
off that T intersection where they tore it out.
Is there signage out there now posted 45 or any of that?
No.
Okay, so without it being posted, it's probably the normal. Okay, yeah.
I'll bet you there's people running 60 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate to say it, you're not even close. My driveway, they're hitting 70 when they go by my house sometimes. Some of these young kids, when they're in a hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And now that we put dust control down, I actually notice it getting faster because they can see where they're going now.
Yeah.
And then they get to the top of the hill where there's no dust control, you see them hammer their brakes quick.
So we'll have to have Meyer adopt the resolution,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then we can vote on it.
Okay.
And that'll take, by the time you get signs out there, it'll probably take at least 2.
I'd say a week, if you got extra 35 mile an hour ones.
Well, if we get it on for next week's agenda
Yep.
Yeah.
and we pass that resolution, if they have the signs, they should be able to get it out there, PDQ.
Yep.
And so, yeah, you're probably looking, well, obviously you're a week away to the next meeting.
Yeah.
And so I don't have an issue with that.
No, I don't
Yeah,
even,
because even if he doesn't have the sign, it's gonna be an issue, even if we go to 40, you know. 35 was just what I thought would,
Yeah.
seems appropriate to give it.
That's what we did at Belle Plaine.
And that's part of where I came up with it.
Yep.
Was, you know, cause that gives a guy a chance to get out on the road and get his butt moving before you get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, the unfortunate part is once you get that road finished. Yeah.
That's why the second row of lilacs is going in, you know, to cut the traffic, cut the sound, cut all that.
Yeah, that road gets blacktop or paved or whatever, and it just becomes a natural speedway.
It does, yeah.
So, yeah, but we can still do, you know, in a certain area like that.
Yeah, like I said, I went out and, you know, last night when I got home, I double checked the driveways from the top of my head. Yeah, there's 8 gravel driveways, so.
Get that down about 35, we just won't do it up here.
Right. How long's Myra now?
This is week is all I know.
This week? So we get a hold of Monday, would you have time to put that resolution?
It's just a matter of tweaking it, you
Correct.
know, the name, the
Copy and
wording.
paste
but
kind of deal.
I don't know if he has to do it. Traffic count.
We haven't been doing
Yeah, 'cause I asked him if I had to go up with traffic counts and all that, and he said, no, they just come and ask you guys about
that.
it.
Yeah.
Well, at least he's already aware of it, so
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So do you send an email to him or something?
I can.
Then great if he can
If
get
you
a
guys
resolution.
go on the agenda for next week to discuss.
I think that'd be appropriate.
And have the actual area, like maybe highlighted so we can show him on the map.
You
Yeah.
said from the stop sign to 3230, was that 61st Avenue Lane?
61st Street.
Street.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Starting at the top of it.
Stop
Started at
sign.
the stop sign, 32nd Avenue intersection.
61st.
Yeah, 61st Street Lane, like that to the 3230. That's an address out there.
It's Debbie Anderson, yeah.
That's very appropriate. So hopefully you'll see
Okay.
that on the agenda for next week. And
You know something, you guys know how to get hold of me, so.
yeah, I don't think you need to come back in for.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much for your
Yeah,
time.
you have it.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye-bye. Anything else, sir?
No, that's it.
So we haven't formalized this with a motion or?
No, we won't till they get the resolution put together. We're just recommending the resolution be put together. For that.
I'm typing iron right now.
Thank you. Well, that's it. I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.